Hey, thanks for being here today. I'm doing Mania Monday, and I'm also doing this sketch from Follow a Sketch February, and then this is also my counterfeit kit challenge. So I'm going to start with these photos, and this is at Cobb Adventure Park. I'm covering up the kids that shouldn't have their names or faces shown, and there's lots of pictures, which is great because there's lots of pictures on this sketch. So I'm first going to cut down my papers, and today I am playing with complementary colors. And so on the Hue Mania Monday, I'm going to play with different color techniques, different apps, different kinds of things that really focus on the color. So today we're doing complementary colors. So blue and orange are complementary, and you would use these on another, like on a page, because the blue and the orange are opposite the color wheel, which means they'll actually stand out more for you. So I'm just now deciding where I want some of these photos. I know I'm going to cut them all down, so they're not going to be exactly what the sketch is because all my photos here are vertical, which eh, they were all done on my phone, and that kind of happens on a phone sometimes. So just cutting them down. This is a fun day at this Cobb Adventure Park. You can see my kiddo is in her, I think she's in her Sparks one. She's in there either in her Sparks or her Brownies uniform. I think she was a Spark here though. And Cobb's had a day in the summer where the kids, if they wore their guides or scouts uniforms, they got a discount when they went into the park. So me and a friend of ours, that's what we did with our girls. So, or our kids. She has a boy too, but I don't think he's in any of the photos. That's all good. So I decided to cut this one down a little bit smaller. I left that other one big so you can see the distance of the slidey ramp. This was right before we had to run to the clinic for stitches because my youngest cut her chin open on that slide. So yeah, that was fun, but it worked out okay. So on the sketch, there's a great big circle. I'm going to use the biggest plate that I have because I don't have a circle cutter that would do that. I do have a Cricut, but to do it for a circle, when I can use a plate, yeah. Plate is what it is. So I'm going to tape these two together just until I get everything lined up with the circle and the pictures, just so that it's straight across. And I decided this one I'm probably going to cut down a little bit more. And so on both sides, it does have a bit of the circle hanging out. It's not going to have as much on the right side as on the sketch, but that's okay. I have more pictures there, so it all works. So then I'm just lining this up, and I'm going to do one side at a time. So I do want to use some of this other orange paper in other spots. And I could have just pulled out another one because I have probably 4 more of these orange pieces of pattern paper. But I'm going to conserve them, I guess. I don't know. I should have just pulled out another one and not worried about it. But the things we do for paper. So I'm just gonna cut out where the circle is going to be covered by the photos because paper doesn't need to be there then. Chop that one down. Gonna line the left side up first, and so I'm gonna do the photos like this just so I can get that edge really nice, but it's still taped, so it all works good. And then get these down. Usually I map my photos, and this one I definitely did not. And then I wasn't thinking about how far that tape needed to go because I wanted to just slide this underneath and match up my pencil lines. So I got a little extra tape on those top two ones, but that's okay because it's not down there for very long. So now I can put it on and it's all good. And so then my next side, and now I can just use the other edge of my photos to line me up. Get this on. And I don't actually need this connected anymore because I've got that one on. And now we can just put these other ones on. This is a different style of layout for me today. It has a lot of photographs on it, which is great, especially for something like this where I had lots of photographs to put on it. But I'm not used to having everything centered in the center like that. So it was kind of fun. It also had a round piece up the upper left corner. So I am just going to use this whole piece. I'm going to put it on so the curved edge matches. I'm just going to slice it off. So that piece is done. And then it has one other circle piece on the right side. So I'm just going to use this cup and cut it out. And it's just a half circle. So I'll cut out the whole circle, place it where I want it, and away we go. So as a heads up, this isn't the whole process today for the decorating part of it because I deleted stuff on my phone that I record on, but it put it into temporary, and the temporary trash doesn't actually take it off your phone, so I had to go into temporary and delete it too. But I didn't realize that when I was recording, and so I ran out of space. So you'll see a good portion of it, but you don't get to see all of it. But I do have close-ups that are coming up. So I did pull out my orange color drawer, and I'm going to pull out all sorts of orange things to start with because I've got that blue background, and then I'm going to pull out my blue drawer as well. So there is a journaling spot where that tag is. I was thinking about what can I put there that's going to work. I was thinking of other tags. These I got from the dollar store. And then just looking at bits that I can use on here for all sorts of things. So that acetate piece says go, which it was go, go, go until we had to go to the clinic, so that works well. And then these I stamped a couple weeks ago and then decided I didn't want them on it, so I just threw them in this, my orange container, and I'm going to use one of them on here now. It's going to stay about there. Just looking, pulled out some brads. There's all sorts of stuff in here. Quite a bit of the orange that I've pulled out I don't use. I put quite a bit on here, but lots of it I don't use. Lots of it is super, super, super old. Like that Good Times chipboard piece becomes part of my title, but it's at least 15 years old. It's some of the first scrapbooking supplies that I ended up with. So that's the orange one, and here's my blue one. And there's definitely not as much in the blue because I use blue more than I use orange. So just pulling out bits and bots. There's some cut apart pieces that I'm going to pull out for tags in a minute, I guess. And so this Good Times, I'm going to put it here as part of my title. I pulled out this speech bubble that came off of a pattern paper. I just threw in my color bin too so that I could use it when I wanted a speech bubble. Just gonna put the speech bubble that has nothing on it up on the little bit of foam. Foam works. It's not adhesive. So, and then my glue was clogged, so I had to take the top off, and then I got lots. So I'm just gonna dip it and turn it over and use it like that, because why not? And I'm gonna put some word stickers on here. I think these ones are Ali Edwards. I can't see, it's too small to read, but it could be Studio Calico if it's not. I can't read that on my screen. So. And then these itty bitty little orange ones aren't so visible on the screen, but in real life they really make a big impact for how bright orange they are. So a few of them there that I like. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue on top just to give it that little bit of punch. And I thought well, about some of these other ones, and I don't know. So there's some takes that I pulled out. There's this detailed card. I pulled up that friendship sticker because I decided I didn't like it. And then I'm going to come in a little bit closer for a second here. And on these tags, it looks like they've drawn the punch marks, but it was off of a cut apart sheet. So I'm just cutting it really zigzag and then scuffing up the edges so it actually looks like it's torn. That worked pretty well for me. So I'm going to put all sorts of blue around the details tag that I'll journal on later. And then there's some of these lighter blue ones. Oh, there's my head. My apologies. And then scuffing up some more. This is actually going to come down a little bit here in a minute after I get things going. Right there. And then it can overlap the photo. There's nothing there in the photo that really matters. It's just the length of the slide that I wanted to show. And then I wanted to see if I had any more of these glitter cardstock stars that I had. And so I was like, is that in here? And while I'm looking again in my orange, I found this Remember. I found some other hearts. There's so much in here. There's some yellow in here that should be in the yellow, but it's not in the yellow. So not in there. So I'm like, my yellow and my orange used to be together. I wonder if there's one in here. So look how fast I found the last one of those I had. I didn't know I had one more, but I thought I might. So I also picked out this orange ticket and this word sticker and this Go I'm going to use, but I'm going to put it on this cardstock, and I'm going to use my vellum adhesive again. This stuff is awesome. I don't know if I've been able to find it at the dollar store again. I have a little bit left still. I totally forgot that I even had it. And then I cleaned up my craft room and I went, this is useful of all the things. And so it's just it's basically double-sided tape, but when it dries after you have it adhered, you don't see the lines like you normally do with the tape. So it's awesome. I like it. I don't know if the dollar store has it anymore. I don't even remember seeing it there the last time I was there. So, and this one says like to wander or go wander, something like that. And I think it's a Studio Calico piece. So I'm just gonna play up a few of the circles there, get this Remember on one of the stars up here, one down here, and then I'm gonna get this part done too. Under, over, where am I gonna go? And that's where I lost everything. So on this side, you can see I put some Nouveau drops, and you can see those stickers and my title. And then on this side, I put some orange hearts and some Nouveau drops, and that spot is all done. Then that blue ticket that's on top underneath the orange one will get the date. Yeah, kind of sucks that it didn't record, but it is what it is. Look at all the new bow I got on there. You can really see those little hearts pop now when you're closer to. Alright, this is almost it. If you liked my video today, even though it was a little short, I would appreciate the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, I would love to have you here, and there's some more videos if you want to watch. Thanks for being here today. Have a great day.